Welcome to the BTG180 official company overview. My name is JR and I'll be walking you through our incredible program. In this video we're going to be talking about the BTG Ambassador Club, where we're turning lives around. Now, the business opportunity started officially July 4th of 2012, but in 2014 we did a major upgrade to our compensation strategy and is now called Revenue Shared Squared. This business model is designed to help underprivileged and orphan children all over the world, besides offering people an incredible home-based business to operate. The first thing we want to talk about is this business model has global appeal to over 100 countries. Second, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about the revolutionary compensation program called Revenue Shared Squared. And lastly, this business is designed to be part-time and super simple. Before we go any farther, we got to get the disclaimers out of the way, and it says if you make a purchase from BTG180, you're purchasing an e-commerce subscription or you're purchasing BizBucks to use for purchasing products and services. You're not purchasing stock or any form of investment or equity. You must actually use the BizBucks that you purchased or give them away as samples to help grow your business. Affiliates present our products to others in a misleading manner or in a way that leads the buyer to believe that he or she is making an investment or purchasing equities will be terminated, and all commissions and awards will be forfeited. Buyers must read the entire How It Works section on the company's website and the legal disclaimers. Automatic translations are provided for your convenience. However, the English terms and conditions are authoritative and binding. If there is ever a conflict in the meaning between languages, the English version shall be considered authoritative. Now, to save time, I'm not going to read through the disclosure. If you'd like to do so, please feel free to stop the video now. The company goal is to become the largest company in the world that helps underprivileged and orphan children. You may not be aware, but there's approximately 150 million orphan children in the world, and that number grows 5,600 kids per day. In addition to that, there's approximately 15 million children that die every year of malnutrition and starvation. Kind of sad when you stop to think about it. Now, the product line that surrounds the BTG opportunity is too vast to go through during this overview, so we're going to focus our attention to the BTG penny auctions, which is available in 100 countries. Now, this is all about entertainment and savings and taking advantage of the power of the internet. What makes an auction work are bids, in our case BizBucks. Now remember, this model is offered in 100 countries, so let's do a quick breakdown. The retail BizBucks are for those that just want to participate as customers and win things in the auction for massive discounts. They're at 65 cents each, which matches the price of the largest penny auction in the world that on a good day does about 10,000 auctions per day, and that operates out of 6 countries. Our business model, as mentioned, is designed to go out of 100 countries. The subscription BizBucks are the affiliates' personal BizBucks that they subscribe to each and every month. They're only 50 cents each, and they can be used not only in the penny auction but also in our mall. The third BizBuck is the Premier BizBuck. Now, they can be used in 3 different ways. They can be used in the auction, the mall, and then depending on how many BizBucks you purchase, it sets your account balance, which is also part of the daily revenue share. Now, if you're not familiar with the penny auction, winners can save up to 90% or more off retail. So as we mentioned in the Premier video, you can win anywhere from an iPad all the way to an automobile. We can offer hundreds, even thousands of different products and services each and every day to appease people from all over the planet. Here's a certified winner of an LG TV. We see here with all the bells and whistles, the retail price is just under $700. We see here that the certified winner got it for under $4. So let's discuss how that works. Every time somebody goes into an auction and purchases a bid and places a bid in the auction, it only drives the price of the product up 1 penny at a time, hence the name penny auction. Now, there's a timer on each auction that's set at 15 seconds. If there's no new BizBucks within the last 15 seconds, the item goes to the last bidder. If there's a new bid that comes in with the 15 seconds, the timer resets for another 15 seconds, meaning that the auction can last for just a few seconds all the way to many hours. So if we look at some more certified winners, we see here an iPad that goes for $599. We have numerous products from gift cards to jewelry to furniture to even bicycles. So we see here the winner's price in green, and we see then the savings that each person got for the product. If we add up the BizBucks, regardless of whatever BizBuck was used, knowing that it was only 1 cent that drove the price per bid, we see here that the company turned a hefty profit, and the winner in this case, depending on the item, got it between 82% all the way to 98% off, and still the company turned a hefty profit. The great news is all affiliates can share in up to 60% of the daily net revenue that the company offers through Revenue Shared Squared, giving you a win-win formula both for the consumer that's playing the auction and winning, and of course the company itself. There are 2 simple steps to set up your websites and purchase your initial BizBucks. The first of the 2 choices is the Business in a Box. Now here we see it ranges from free up to $2,500. Depending on the package you pick determines how many Premier BizBucks you get to play the auction, plus it sets your reward points. Now the higher your commitment, the higher your retail commissions that are set in the model when people buy stuff from your website. The second choice, and more importantly, is your monthly subscription package. Now this ranges from $10 outside the United States to $250. These are the subscriptions that each affiliate subscribes to. The nice thing about this program is when you get 4 people of the same package or higher, the package is awarded to you free of charge each and every month, but you still get the BizBucks. As mentioned, this is a part-time and super simple business, so with just 2 customers in Revenue Shared Squared, you can earn multiple streams of income. With just 4 affiliates, you can achieve the highest level of success in our program utilizing our revolutionary patent pending compensation program. So besides the enroller bonuses, which happens on each person going into the system, we also have elite expansion bonuses, mentor matching bonuses, daily cash rewards. There's a community bonus pool, mentor pool, visionary pool. There are 7 VIP pools and much, much more. The business model is designed so the company can still turn a profit each and every day, and we can pay out the highest payout in the history of the industry. We take all of the sales of all of our merchandise. We see here on the left the enroller bonuses, elite expansion bonuses, the mentor matching bonuses, and the daily cash rewards. These are awarded daily in the business model. And then we see here to the right all the pools from community all the way to presidential elite. These are awarded monthly. Now the beauty of this program is after the company's expenses on the top half of the 40% that's being collected, profits are then shared with the children's causes. Now because Revenue Shared Squared is very unique, it has a special incentive for leaders which can take anyone from a 0 to $1 million a year club status, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. So let's start from the beginning. From the very first person that you sponsor into the system, there is an enroller bonus of 15% is rewarded. Now that's 15% of any order. So obviously here if we multiply 15% times 250 up to 2,500, we have somewhere between $37.50 to $375. Now as soon as the funds are cleared, this commission is available the next day for withdrawal. As quickly as humanly possible, you want to put in your second person. Of course, you'll get another 15% of the order of the Business in the Box, but more importantly, you're automatically put into the community bonus pool. We'll be sharing revenue from everybody from around the world that has a subscription. We see here the community pool is the starting of a series of pools taking you all the way to Presidential Elite, which is the $1 Million a Year Club. Again, more on that later. On your third person, once again you get another 15% on the enroller bonus. That's another 15% of the order. But this creates your mentor team, and this is the pinnacle of how a lot of things happen in our program. As everyone is trying to duplicate the same process, as your teams power down, the only width that you can accumulate in this program is 2. The third person has to go under one of the first 2 people. When the entire team's volume reaches $5,000 in subscriptions, you then are awarded another special bonus, which is called the Mentor Bonus Pool. Now there's a 50% rule in this program. 50% of the volume needs to come on the left side, and the other 50% needs to come on the right. By adding your fourth person, this starts your elite expansion team and the fireworks start to go off. Once again, you get an enroller bonus of 15% for the person you personally put in. You can add as many elite expansion team members as you want to in this formula. So there can be a 5th, a 6th, a 7th. There is no limitation on the people you've personally put into the system, but they all power down 2 teams. When the total team's volume gets to 12,000, you are awarded another bonus pool, which is called Visionary. If you have a 250 subscription package, there's a special bonus for Visionary and higher at this particular juncture. Now, not talking about the first 3 people, which is your mentor team. Let's talk about the 4th person on. This is where the elite expansion bonuses come in. Now that's 20% of all the orders that come from the elite expansion team. So let's do a quick illustration. So your fourth person is put to the side here for illustration purposes only. And when they accomplish a mentor team of their own, and there can be as many mentor teams. So when 3 get 3, they get 3, to get 3, to get 3, 20% of all the business in the box are coded to you. This can create a windfall of income in a very short period of time. But it doesn't stop with just your fourth person. The same thing can be applied to the fifth person, the sixth person, the seventh person, however many people you have in your elite expansion team. I like to say the more people in your elite expansion team, the quicker you can get to presidential elite. Now remember, this is all going down 2 teams, so this powers down the formula. So with this program, let's do a little quick illustration to talk about how much revenue this can generate. Now this is for illustration purposes only and no guarantee of income. So let's say your fourth person starts to build mentor teams, which is part of your elite expansion. Well, each one of these programs is multiplied by 20% times the 3 people per mentor team. That means the income that you're generating is going to range between $150 and $1,500 each time a mentor team is established out of your elite expansion team. So remember, this is powering down each of the 2 organizations that you have. So remember, this can happen on the 5th, the 6th, and even the 7th or and beyond of the people you've got on your elite expansion team. So if we were to put a dollar amount behind this example, let's say there were 2 standard packages and an advanced package on the very first mentor team of your fourth person. That would create a total of $900 that is coded to you. And then let's say that the same formula is applied again, so obviously another $900. Now remember, this can go on, it's unlimited in scope, and then of course it's all powering down 2 teams, and it can happen on each one of your elite expansion teams. So this is a very exciting and unlimited compensation formula that can create a windfall of money in a very short period of time. Let's go back and talk about your first 3 people, which is your mentor team. These people are very important. In the mentor team that you have, there's a mentor matching bonus at 100%. So what that means is their entire check that's created from their elite expansion is matched to you at 100%. So simply put, if you help 3 people make $5,000, you get $5,000. If they make $500, you match $500. If you have 1 person on your mentor team that's a superstar and goes out and makes $25,000 in a day, a week, or a month, or a year, you get to match the income at $25,000. To qualify for the mentor matching bonus, you simply have to have 4 person sponsored affiliates. Now it doesn't stop there. This happens simultaneously, so obviously the teams can be powered down from the instant gratification and the daily revenue that the coding bonuses create. So what we do then in Revenue Shared Squared is we then take all of the subscriptions that belong to each one of these people, and then we run that down those 2 organizations. Now to get into the community pools we discussed, it only takes 2 people, and then as the teams start to power down, no one of your 4 personally sponsored people have any volume requirements other than having an active subscription. So as the people start to duplicate the formula, you can go through the mentor team, the visionary team, the VIP pools, and when you get into the presidential status, when you reach presidential elite, you belong to a very exclusive club called the Million a Year Club. Now with the subscription bonus pools, this is the most powerful form of revenue sharing of all times because this encourages team sales. So remember, we're putting up to 60% of all the subscriptions into a pool and around the world, and we're going to split that up. So remember now, the top 40% after the company's expenses is helping children's causes. So while you can make a windfall of income from the formula, your efforts will directly be affecting the lives of kids all over the world. So let's start from the beginning. We know then in the community pool, any 2 people of any subscription package qualifies you for the community pool. Now obviously if you added a 3rd person, you'd have your mentor team. If you added a 4th person, that would start your expansion team. The more people that you've personally put into the system determines the size of your community pool check. Obviously the more you do, the more you get. Now with the mentor pool, it's very simple. Now we know we already had 2 people that came on board to help qualify this for the community pool. So in the mentor pool, we only have to add a 3rd person. That completes our mentor team. And then when the entire team's volume reaches $5,000 in subscriptions, we then qualify for the mentor pool. If we were to use the $250 package as just for illustration purposes only as a benchmark, that would be a total of 20 people on the team at $250 would create $5,000 in volume, giving us the title of mentor. The one difference between the mentor pool and the community pool is our subscription now needs to be at $50 versus any subscription will qualify you for the community pool. With the visionary pool, our subscription needs to be at $100. We call that the benefactor. Once again, we already have 3 people in the system to be mentors. We only have to add a 4th person that we personally sponsored to qualify for the visionary pool, and then the team's volume needs to be 12,000. But remember, we already had 5,000 in volume, and if you have momentum and you train the people correctly, this can happen in a very short period of time. So remember, the 4th person starts our elite expansion team where the fireworks go off with all the coding bonuses. Now, if you have the wisdom to have a 250 subscription versus 100, there is a special leadership bonus that's going to kick in that's going to make you incredibly happy. From visionary and up, then we talk about the VIP pools. Now here, the lifestyle of the individual can absolutely change. The qualification, obviously, being visionary, is you need to have a $250 subscription package. Now, if we use the 250 benchmark, that means between VIP 1 and VIP Pool 7, the entire team that we establish is going to be between 120 and 2,000. So remember, the community pool was just 2 people. The mentor pool was 20, the visionary was about 48, and then we go into the 120. Let's say we get up to VIP pool 5, which would be right here at 600 people. You're flirting with 5 figures a month just from the pools in revenue shared squared. This has nothing to do with the coding bonuses that we talked about up front. When you get to VIP pool 7, which would be 2,000 people around the globe, you're going to be flirting with the top 1% money earners in the world. From here, you would be part of the elite of the elite. At Presidential Ambassador, which is 1.5 million in group volume, that would be the equivalency of 6,000 global ambassadors. And remember, we're talking around the world. We only have 2 teams, and we personally sponsored 4 people. The company is going to award a Porsche Carrera convertible or a Mercedes CLS 550 AMG the first quarter that we qualify. Both of these cars are about $100,000. It is not a lease program. The company hands you the keys and the title to the car. It is your car to keep for all time. In addition to the car, you also are awarded a $10,000 shopping spree from Neiman Marcus. In the second quarter and beyond, there is a $100,000 lifestyle bonus paid quarterly. Well, there's obviously 4 quarters in a year, so that means just the title in itself gives you a guaranteed $400,000 bonus. Now, this is in addition to all the VIP pools, the Visionary, Mentor, and Community pools, and none of this has anything to do with the coding bonuses we talked about up front. Now, it doesn't stop there. When you qualify for Presidential Ambassador or you earn $100,000 in a calendar month, whichever one comes first, the company gives you a position above yourself. Now, the first time you accomplish Presidential Ambassador, there is a cap to protect the integrity of the pools, but it is $250,000 a month or $3 million a year. The second time around, there is no income limitation, and the 50% rule is still in effect. What that means is the first time you accomplish Presidential Ambassador, it was 50% of the work for your second time to go Presidential Ambassador. So you only need 50% of the volume to go through the pools all over again, in essence doubling your income. When you achieve Presidential Ambassador for a second time, the company awards you with a $225,000 maximum bonus so you can go get yourself an exotic car, a yacht, an RV, or a home. The choice will be yours. If you decide to keep working, we know money won't be in the incentive because you'll be in the elite of money earners around the world. The third time that you accomplish Presidential Ambassador, the company will reward you with an orphanage established in your name. On the 4th time that you do it, obviously you're earning more money than most people have ever made in the industry of home-based business, and the company's going to establish a church, a school, or a hospital in your name, giving you the ultimate recognition and appreciation for your hard work. Now, these children are directly being impacted from what you have done, but the team you've established is helping kids all over the world. The final position is Presidential Elite. Here we have a qualification of $3 million in group volume. It will create another $50,000 guaranteed monthly bonus. Now, when you add up both the quarterly and the monthly bonus from Presidential Ambassador and Elite, that is a guarantee to put you into the million-a-year club. Not millionaire, because you're guaranteed $1 million in bonuses, plus all the money from all the pools, the coding money, and the Mentor 100% matching bonus. Now remember, the first time you accomplish Presidential Ambassador, there was a cap at $250,000, but every time you make Presidential Ambassador, you can make the Presidential Elite $50,000 monthly bonus, which you can do not once, not twice, but 4 times, giving you the ultimate compensation package of any home-based business ever created before in the industry. And of course, your efforts are directly impacting kids all over the world. This would be the equivalency of 12,000 global ambassadors. Now remember, we're talking on a global level with 100 countries to participate. How do you qualify for the daily revenue share pool? Well, this is one of the simplest programs because everyone starts out with Premier BizBucks from the Business in the Box, and they have a subscription package. You only have to play the auction 20 BizBucks in a given month, which can give you a lot of savings for great products and services. So to initially qualify for the daily revenue, you have up to 30 days to gather 2 customers. Now we give you up to 90 days or 3 months to add 2 people to your team that do the minimum package of the $250. So one on the left and one on the right. Now remember, this is not just your effort, but this is the effort of your entire team, and then your entire team only has to duplicate 2 people per month where the 50% rule applies. Now what is the daily revenue? We take 10% of all the net sales every day and we multiply that by your account balance, but we first divide it by all the qualified affiliates, just giving you an extra bonus for the money you put in for the initial Premier BizBucks. Customers are defined as paid subscription package or $50 in BTG products in the mall or a merchant advertising a daily deal. How do you start your home-based business with BTG180? Well, that's a very simple process. First, you go to the person's specific URL where you supply contact information, username and a password. The second step is you pick your business in the box. Third step is you pick your monthly subscription package. As a note here, you only get to decide this choice once a month on your anniversary date, so choose wisely. You don't want to be caught with too low of a package. If your team takes off on you, you'll have to wait till your anniversary date to upgrade. And then step 4 is choose your form of payment. So there you have it, the BTG 180 incredible business model where we're turning lives around. Each person that participates in BTG 180 makes a difference. We encourage you, if you see the opportunity, to join today. So remember, with BTG, we're turning lives around. The most important life to turn around is the individual that's supporting the BTG business model. Then it is our sincere hope that if we help you out on a financial basis, you'll help us create the greatest company in the world that helps underprivileged and orphan kids. Well, this is JR saying thanks for paying attention. Regardless of the decision you come up with, I wish you all the success in the world. Once again, thanks for watching. God bless.